Jens Stoltenberg, the former Secretary General of NATO, made a stark admission. He acknowledged that NATO could have potentially prevented the war in Ukraine. This statement, heavy with the weight of hindsight, has sent ripples through the international community. Stoltenberg's regret centers on the belief that more robust and timely military support to Ukraine could have acted as a deterrent against Russian aggression. Could a stronger display of support, a clear signal of NATO's commitment to Ukraine's security, have caused Putin to reconsider his actions? The situation in Ukraine is not just a tragedy, it is a lesson. It highlights the importance of proactive measures and the need for swift and decisive responses to threats to peace and security. As we grapple with the ongoing conflict, Stoltenberg's words serve as a stark reminder. The international community must engage in critical self-reflection and learn from its past missteps. The assertion that NATO could have potentially prevented the war hinges on a key premise, that Russia, witnessing a more resolute and militarily equipped Ukraine, would have been deterred from launching its invasion. The bolstering of Ukrainian defenses, both in terms of advanced weaponry and strategic training, could have painted a different picture for the Russian leadership. A heavily fortified Ukraine, equipped to mount a powerful defense, might have given Putin pause. The potential costs of invasion, both in terms of military casualties and international condemnation, could have outweighed the perceived benefits. However, this line of reasoning operates within the realm of speculation. Despite the uncertainty, the question itself holds immense value. It compels us to examine the effectiveness of deterrence strategies and the role of military support in preventing conflict. At the heart of Stoltenberg's regret lies an acknowledgment. NATO, as a collective entity, failed to fully grasp the urgency of the situation in the months leading up to Russia's invasion. There was a misjudgment of the severity of the threat posed by Russia and an underestimation of Putin's willingness to resort to military force. Intelligence reports, while indicating heightened Russian activity near the Ukrainian border, may not have fully conveyed the imminence of a full-scale invasion. Stoltenberg's words highlight the importance of timely action in the face of looming threats. The decision-making processes within NATO may have inadvertently resulted in a delay that proved costly. NATO must develop mechanisms for swifter decision-making in crisis situations. The concept of deterrence rests on the principle that a credible threat of retaliation can prevent an aggressor from taking hostile action. In the context of Ukraine, proactive and robust military support from NATO could have served as a powerful deterrent against Russian aggression. The provision of advanced weaponry, including anti-tank and anti-aircraft systems, would have significantly enhanced Ukraine's ability to defend itself. A militarily stronger Ukraine, capable of inflicting significant costs on Russian forces, would have forced Putin to reassess his calculations. While the effectiveness of deterrence can never be guaranteed, a proactive approach could have altered the strategic calculus and potentially prevented the outbreak of war. The failure to provide Ukraine with more robust and timely military support had profound consequences. Russia, sensing an opportunity, launched its invasion in February 2022, unleashing a wave of violence and destruction across Ukraine. The absence of a more formidable Ukrainian defense allowed Russian forces to make initial advances, capturing territory and inflicting heavy casualties. The human cost of the conflict has been staggering, with countless lives lost and millions displaced from their homes. The war has also had a devastating impact on Ukraine's infrastructure, economy, and social fabric. The international community has responded with condemnation and sanctions, but the conflict continues to rage on. While military hardware bolsters defense capabilities, true security extends beyond weaponry. Strategic partnerships deter aggression and maintain peace. Closer NATO-Ukraine ties could have deterred Russian adventurism, enhanced cooperation in intelligence sharing and joint exercises, and a comprehensive strategy to counter Russian influence. NATO's commitment to Ukraine's sovereignty would send a clear message to Moscow. This solidarity could have made Putin reconsider aggression. The Ukraine crisis underscores the importance of robust strategic partnerships. As the world grapples with the consequences of the war in Ukraine, it is imperative to avoid the trap of assigning blame solely to individuals or entities. The situation demands a nuanced understanding of the complex interplay of factors that contributed to the crisis, and NATO as a collective body must engage in a process of critical self-reflection. While Stoltenberg's admission highlights the organization's shortcomings, it is essential to recognize that NATO operates on the principle of consensus among its member states. Decisions regarding military support, sanctions, and diplomatic engagement require the unanimous agreement of all 30 member countries. This consensus-based approach can sometimes result in slower decision-making processes. The ongoing conflict underscores the need for NATO to re-examine its decision-making structures and explore mechanisms for more agile and responsive action in crisis situations. This includes streamlining internal processes and enhancing intelligence sharing. The war in Ukraine stands as a stark reminder of the tragic consequences of miscalculation and the importance of learning from past mistakes. NATO, as the world's most powerful military alliance, bears a particular responsibility to critically examine its role in the lead-up to the conflict and to use this experience as a catalyst for future action. A thorough and impartial assessment of NATO's intelligence gathering, threat assessment and decision-making processes is crucial. This includes identifying any systemic shortcomings that may have contributed to the organization's failure to anticipate or adequately deter Russian aggression. Furthermore, NATO must engage in a broader conversation about its strategic posture in Eastern Europe. The lessons learned from the Ukraine crisis must inform the development of a more proactive and adaptable NATO. In the wake of the Ukraine war, NATO faces a critical juncture. The alliance must adapt to a rapidly evolving security landscape and embrace a more proactive approach to deterring aggression and supporting its partners. Strengthening deterrence requires a multifaceted approach that combines military might with diplomatic engagement, economic resilience, and a commitment to upholding democratic values. NATO must enhance its forward presence in Eastern Europe, ensuring that its forces are adequately equipped and positioned to respond swiftly to any threat. Furthermore, the alliance must deepen its partnerships with vulnerable countries, providing them with the military, economic, and political support they need to strengthen their defenses and resist external pressure. This includes expanding training programs, sharing intelligence, and assisting with the development of robust cybersecurity capabilities. By embracing a more proactive and comprehensive approach to security, NATO can adapt to the challenges of a more volatile and uncertain world. The war in Ukraine has exposed the evolving nature of warfare in the 21st century. No longer confined to traditional battlefields, conflict now encompasses cyber attacks, disinformation campaigns, economic coercion, and the exploitation of social divisions. NATO must adapt its strategies and capabilities to effectively address these evolving threats. One crucial aspect of this adaptation involves strengthening cyber defenses. NATO must enhance its ability to detect, attribute, and respond to cyber attacks, both against its member states and its partners. This includes investing in cutting-edge technology, fostering closer cooperation between governments and the private sector, and developing international norms of responsible state behavior in cyberspace. Equally important is the need to counter disinformation and propaganda. NATO must work to expose and debunk false narratives, promote media literacy, and support independent journalism. By countering malicious information operations, the alliance can help to preserve the integrity of democratic societies and prevent the erosion of public trust. The war in Ukraine serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the enduring importance of vigilance, unity, and upholding the rules-based international order. NATO must learn from past mistakes and adapt to evolving security challenges. This requires credible military might and unwavering political resolve. Deepening partnerships with vulnerable countries is essential, as is countering hybrid threats in modern conflict. Above all, NATO's strength lies in unity and solidarity. By working together, NATO can build a more secure future for all.
So hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and let's turn the page on a new adventure together. Get ready to experience books like never before, only on VBook 360. Like, comment, and share to support the channel and keep the video magic alive. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, every video has a story, and every story deserves to be shared. See you in the next video.